All right, guys, welcome back to Gaming News and Breakdowns. And in today's video, we are going to be going over Fortnitemares 2025, all of the changes and everything new that came with the update today. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So we do have a lot to go over. Before we get into that, though, I do want to mention I haven't posted in a while. I had a video planned to come out last week. Um, it was going to go over the K-pop Demon Hunter update with all the new skins, all the new weapons, all that stuff, Demon Rush, the new mode, all that stuff. And that video was finished and ready to go, and I was about to post it, but I wanted to do one last check, and I realized that I didn't cover the stuff with reload. I forgot to add that into there, and I felt like the video was incomplete, so I never posted it. Um, and I planned to finish it and then like post the finished uh, product, I guess. However, life got in the way. I had work and school stuff that I had to do, and um, I just didn't have time to finish it, so that video never got posted. However, that all that content has been out for a week already, and some of it isn't even in the main battle royale mode anymore. So I'm going to be skipping all of that stuff in this video. There are tons of videos out on it already, so if you don't know um, about that stuff, and I'm guessing you haven't been playing in a while, but if you want to find out more about that stuff, I'm sure there's other videos that you can find on that. But today we're going to be talking about all the updates or all of the new things that came in today's update, the like official second part of Fortnitemares. Let's get into it. Um, the map has had quite a few changes. Um, it has some new locations and some new characters that you can go find. Uh, one of the locations is centered around. I believe there are four locations. I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have a picture of them, the map on screen right here. But there is there's a location where Doja Cat is. There's a Doja Cat collaboration going on right now. We'll talk more about that later, but there's a like a thorny area where she is. Um, I know there's a place. It's like a cabin that has been taken over by pumpkins. That's where Jason is. Um, and just some other cool Halloween areas. There's pumpkins all over the map. There are vines all over the map. Very cool. Definitely a Halloween feel. Um, and yeah, so very exciting. We got some new map changes. And along with the map changes, we have some new items. We have some returning items, and those include the pumpkin launcher. The pumpkin launcher has made a return along with the um, the stake shotgun. I know this one isn't a favorite of a lot of people. However, it is one of Fortnite's Halloween themed guns, and it's actually one of their original Halloween items. So this one kind of comes back every year. I forget when it was brought into the game, but yeah, it has made a return once again into the game. And then the broomstick. This one is one of my favorites. Um, if you don't know what the broomstick does, basically when you use it, it has 20 uses, and when you use it, it launches you in the air. You do like a flip, and then the broomstick comes out, and it's almost like a glider. Um, Honestly, I have mistaken it for someone gliding in. It looks like it could be like a glider that you buy from the item shop. However, um, it is an item, and basically it's sort of like a mix between a redeploy and a launch pad. Typically, when I use them, I try to either be in the process of jumping or like I make sure that I'm like on a cliff or something. That way, I get the most height out of the initial jump. Um, But regardless, one of my favorite weapons. I love whenever it comes around in Halloween. So um, I can't wait to use that more. And then finally, we have the chainsaw. I believe this was introduced last year. I could be wrong. Um, However, this one, if you haven't used this one is a chainsaw. When you run, you hold it above your head very menacingly. That's just for aesthetic, though. That doesn't really do anything. Um, you can swing it to do damage. It is very slow. I think it's uh, personally for me, out of all the melee weapons we've had in game, I think it's the slowest. um, I think that it definitely could be faster. However, um, as a melee weapon, it is very slow. But typically, when I use it, I don't really use it as a melee weapon because its secondary effect is you can use it to uh, you like stick it in the ground and you like skate across the ground almost. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically you you use it to move quickly, I guess. And actually, there was a moment in game, in the gameplay that I used it to barely escape. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't have escaped. I'll put it back on screen right now, but like if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have survived that situation. So, um, definitely a fun item to use for Halloween. So, yeah. So the next two items that are or that so the next two items that came out today are collab items. They are also Halloween themed. Well, one of them more so than the other. The first one is Scooby Snacks, and the second one is the Scream Last Call Mythic. So, starting off with Scooby Snacks, these are a health item. They heal both shield and health and shield. Um, I believe the number it can heal is 250. So essentially, it's like a chug jug. Um, However, actually, it's better than a chug jug because um, a chug jug is only 200 and this is 250. So it is pretty useful. Um, and basically, you eat snacks. Um, or you eat the Scooby snacks, I guess. And you also gain an effect. It makes you faster. I don't know if you don't take fall damage or if fall damage is eliminated. I'm unsure on that, but I know you at least run faster. And then there is actually my favorite part is you do gain the sound effect that uh, I don't if you've seen Scooby Doo when they're running away from a monster or the bad guy or whatever. There's like a sound effect that everyone knows. You actually gain that sound effect for uh, a few seconds. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll let you discover it in game. But yeah, so that is the Scooby Snack item, and then the second item is the Scream Mythic called the Last Call. So the way that you get this is there will be telephone booths all over the map. Um, if you have played Fortnite in the past, you know that there are telephone booths that will like disguise you as some of the henchmen. They're exactly like that, except these telephone booths will transform you into Ghostface. And yeah, so what's cool is um, when you don't have the mythic equipped, the uh, you'll look like yourself. But then as soon as you equip the Ghostface mythic and you have the knife in your hand, your skin changes into Ghostface. So um, it is very cool. Um, and honestly, this is one of my favorite items in the game that they've ever added. So basically, you would attack with the same button that you shoot. um, you have a knife. Um, you can use it one of two ways. You can just slash them, or you can jump. And when you jump, you can lunge at them. And typically I will start off with the lunge. This does more damage, and then I'll follow up with like honestly one or two slices will basically finish them off. Um, it's very powerful. Um, and as if that wasn't powerful enough, you do get a phone along with it in which you can call someone, and basically it acts as radar. So, um, as if being able to, oh, also you gain the ability to run faster. So, if running faster and having basically a 3 to 4 hit kill isn't overpowered enough, you also gain radar. So it's a very short distance. You have to be like right up on someone for there to be radar. But and I say radar, it marks them, and you can see like the radius of um like where the ghost face is, even if you're the victim, right? Like you can see like the red circle around. So it is honestly doing the radar isn't really worth it, but um, if you're having trouble finding someone, then that can help. However, if you have visual audio on, you'll be hearing them anyway, so um, there isn't much of a point, but it is still, I mean, honestly, it's such a fun mythic. I'm really enjoying it, and I cannot wait to be using it for the next few weeks. Moving on, we did talk about the Scooby Snacks and the Scream Mythic. Now, let's talk about collabs. Um, and I'm sure from the past two items we talked about, you can assume that Scooby Doo and uh, Ghostface are in the game. And so it's not just Scooby Doo. The whole Mystery Gang is in the item shop. Well, they're not in the item shop yet. Um, they will be eventually, but they are not in the store as of tonight. Um, However, you can find them on the map. And in fact, some the Fortnitemares quests that are live right now, one of them, there are only two of them. One of them, you have to help each member of the mystery gang solve a uh, a riddle or a quest. I think I've only done one of them so far. I found Velma in like a house, and I think she lost her magnifying glass, and she asked for your help. Um, I just ran up into the attic and it was there, so you just do it, and it gives you like 10k experience. So it's not bad. And then once you complete, so I think each one gives you 10k experience, and then um, the once you complete all four, it gives you an additional fifth 10k, so 50,000 experience in total. And then there's another quest that says hire Scooby. Scooby Doo is a hireable character um, on the map, and he's actually next to Shaggy. Him and Shaggy are are in the Bird um, gas station. Of course, right? That's where the food is. So they're there. All you got to do is, well, actually, you can. I have not done Shaggy's quest. Funny enough, I've been to the Bird twice, but I've not done Shaggy's quest. But you can do Shaggy's quest and then hire Scooby, and that's part of one quest done, and then you completed the second quest. So, very easy quests. Um, it shouldn't take any time at all. But regardless, the Scooby Doo uh, mystery gang is going to come to the item shop at some point. We know this because they are, in fact, characters in game. Plus, um, you know, they've been data mined, so we know that they're on the way. As well as the Mystery Shack. In the trailer, the Mystery Shack was shown driving by, so we know that we're getting an SUV that is a Mystery Shack. It looked very similar to the Ninja Turtle van um, in terms of size, which would make sense. So very cool indeed. Um, Next off, we did talk about Scream. Now, Ghost. I don't think the Ghostface skin has been decrypted yet. I'm really hoping that it is a skin. We because the when you use the mythic, you turn into him. I really hope that's not just it. Hopefully, you will get the ability to, or we will get the ability to get him as a skin in the item shop. Because if so, that is one that I will be getting. Um, but Also, I think I mentioned before, we are getting Jason. Jason is coming to the item shop at some point. He is a character on the map, actually. I think I mentioned before he's in like a pumpkin patch area with like, or maybe not a pumpkin patch area, but like a pumpkin mansion area. Um, but it is very cool. We're getting him. This one was kind of a surprise. Um, we did not know about this one until today, actually. But Wednesday Adams is coming to Fortnite. The season 2 of Wednesday did just release a few months, or maybe not a few months ago, definitely a few weeks ago. I'm not exactly sure when it did, but recently season 2 did come out. And yeah, um, so Wednesday Adams is coming at some point, along with some other crazy collabs that I don't think anyone saw coming. These ones are way more mature. um, we have the Grabber from Black Phone, and we also have Art the Clown from Terrifier. Um, Now, I haven't seen either of these movies. However, I do know at least Art the Clown is one of the most brutal, um, like craziest scary movie villains uh, ever. So seeing Art the Clown come to Fortnite is uh, it's kind of a good thing, because this opens the door to many other collabs. Um, if Fortnite is willing to do a collab with Art the Clown, what will they not do? That is the question. So hopefully, this will allow us to get some more collabs that we didn't think possible, because I don't think anyone thought that Art the Clown or honestly the Grabber would be in Fortnite. Um, but yeah, they are coming at some point. So very crazy. Um, and The last two collabs um, are not as scary as the other two. In fact, one of them is not scary at all. Um, but we do have Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime coming. We knew this was coming due to um, one of the loading screens that was data mined. That one is on the way, Huggy Wuggy. And one of the most popular indie game, um, I guess, characters. We have the robot skins from Repo. I'm not sure exactly what these guys are called. I've never played Repo. I've heard that it is super fun. I've seen the clips. It looks hilarious. I just haven't had the time to get into it. But yeah, so the little robot dudes, they will be in Fortnite, and they're confirmed to be a skin. It will not be a back bling. There was some confusion. Some people were like, "Oh, is it going to be a back bling like the Fall Guys and the Among Us uh, collabs?" And no, it's not. It's going to be a real skin. It has been data mined. You can see what it looks like. And yeah, very exciting. This means that you can technically have like a whole bunch of um, indie game, items all at once. You could have the repo skin. You could have the Among Us back bling. You could have the stop sign from uh, Lethal Company as your pickaxe. You could have uh, I wouldn't call this an indie game, but you could have the Rocket League glider. You could have all these different things. So, but anyway, Repo is coming. The robot from Repo. And the last two things I wanted to mention, or I guess the last three things. So I did mention the Scooby Doo Mystery Machine So that is one that is going to come. I imagine it will come with the Scooby Doo skins. So whenever those drop, it will come out with them. And then we do have a new vehicle coming. It is a hearse, and it is Wednesday themed. There will be a Wednesday decal. And strangely enough, not only will it have a Wednesday decal, but it will also have a Poppy Playtime decal. Now, I have not played Poppy Playtime. Um, so I do not know if a hearse is involved at all. I was a little shocked when I heard that Poppy Playtime was getting a decal on the hearse, especially since Wednesday was getting a hearse. I was like, wouldn't it make sense to just have Wednesday, like advertise it as like Wednesday's hearse, right? But uh, either way, I don't know. You can let me know in the comments if Poppy Playtime has anything to do with a hearse. I have no idea. Um, but that is on the way, as well as everything mentioned above. Now, the final collab, and this one is actually out now, is the Doja Cat collab. Now, I mentioned before I had made a video that I never released. Um, I was very shocked when when this came out today. Not because it came out today, but more so of how it came out. So I was under the impression that the festival pass would have Doja Cat featured in it, because today was the new season release of the new Fortnite festival season. I don't know what number they're on right now. I think they're on number like 12 or something. I could be wrong, but um, Fortnite Festival had their new release today, or their new season release today, and it would make perfect sense for Fortnitemares to collab with them, and literally Doja Cat being a boss on the map makes total sense because you can typically when a skin is releasing to be a festival pass skin, they have two skins. They have their festival pass skin, and then they have their item shop skin. You've seen it with Bruno Mars. You've seen it with The Weeknd all the way back in the first season. All of these featured artists for the festival pass typically have two skins, one in the pass and then one that you buy in the item shop. It would make perfect sense to have one of the skins for Doja Cat in the battle pass or the festival pass and have the other one be the store skin, and the store skin would be the boss version of Doja Cat. Um, which, speaking of, Doja Cat is a boss on the main island. As mentioned before, she's in like a thorny plant area because she is the mother of thorns. Um, but when you defeat her, she'll drop a whip. It's almost like the Hades Whip of Hades. It's basically exactly like the Whip of Hades. It's just spider themed, and like thorny themed and stuff. But it acts the complete same. But when you defeat her, she drops the whip, and then she will also join your team. So that's cool. But going back, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense because she has two skins, but both of them are in the item shop. And on top of that, the festival skins are Fortnite originals. They're not actually like real artists. So it just doesn't make sense to me. You could have had the festival themed for Halloween, have Doja Cat as the festival pass skin, and then have her boss variant in the item shop, and then you have the stage for festival themed after Halloween. You know, I don't know. That's just how I would have done it. I don't know why they did it the way they did, but Epic knows what they're doing. So yeah. Other than that, those are all the collabs that came out today. Um, and I believe we have just one other thing to go over, which is the reload map. Now, I'm going to have some images up on the screen. These are from Fortnite's website. I myself have not played the new map. However, I've heard very positive things. People like how the map's flowing. Also, I've heard that it's haunted, and I've actually seen clips that it is haunted. Um, there was a creator, I'm blanking on his name, but I saw one of his videos, and he was in like a private lobby. It was just him on the map, and there was like doors were opening on their own. He would hear footsteps behind him, all around him. He would hear, it would sound like someone was breaking something, you know, like when you're like pickaxing wood or like pickaxing a tree or something like that. Like these random sounds that are in game and they sound like they're in game. They they're just happening, but no one else is around, right? So, which can be disorienting when you're playing with other people and you're playing against other people. You might think that someone's actually there and then they're not, right? So, but from the images that I've seen and the images that I'm putting up on screen, I think that it looks very cool. I think it matches the Halloween vibe perfectly. I was planning on having some gameplay here, but unfortunately, the map is in rotation. So when I was playing, it was not in rotation. So hopefully in the next few videos, I'll have some gameplay of it. I'll have some gameplay of the new map for you so that you guys can see it. But for right now, these images that are on screen right now are of the new map. So and yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else that is really new. One other thing that I did want to mention, I am going to put a video out on this very soon. Um, Probably like immediately after this one. It'll probably come out an hour after because I have to edit it still. Fortnite has some quests out right now. Um, there's some free items that you can get right now in game just for playing. So I'm gonna have a video that goes over all of that right now, or I'm gonna have a video that goes over all of that coming out very soon. Um, if it's out right now, then I'll have it linked in the title card and in the, or not the title card, sorry. I'll have it linked in the end card, and I'll also have it in the, it should be on the top right of your screen right now. Um, but um, but yeah. Other than that, that should be everything. Um, if I did miss anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. Um, and I did, as I mentioned before, I did have another video that was supposed to come out on all of the Demon Hunter and, or not Demon Hunter, sorry, K-pop Demon Hunter and Demon Rush stuff. If you would like me to do just like a quick video on Demon Rush, I'd actually like to do that. Demon Rush has been very fun, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So, I did have an issue recently where my audio has been messed up. So, um, like recording wise, like my, um, I would be able to record my video, but not my, um, my audio wasn't getting recorded. So, but I was able to fix it. So everything should be set now. So I can, if you guys would like me to do a video on not Fortnite, sorry. If you guys would like me to do a video on Demon Rush, then I would be happy to. Um, but it's not in the schedule for right now. So if you guys want that, let me know. But if not, then we'll move on. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for Fortnitemares right now. If I missed anything, like I said before, let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to update everything. And then, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna let the rest of the gameplay play out in the background, if there is any. If not, then I'll just end. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna let the rest of the gameplay play out in the background, and yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.